Yeah, I don't know. What's up, guys?
What's up, gang? Bull Bros here.
Yo.
All right, so awesome. So we are here at our sister's house right now. We the house licking our wounds, as you all know.
Yep.
And so we just wanted to. Thanks.
Yeah.
Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
And oh, my sister's here. Hey there.
Yeah.
That's our sister. Hey. So we wanted to actually have a conversation around the game in general and just sort of discuss what happened and where it went and where it did. So here as well too.
Yeah, I don't know if the highlight.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, guys. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hold on just here. Let's not do this here. All right, guys. Yeah, we are having a real issue here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's do this. Let's go into some of the good and the bad and the ugly on this game. I got some notes that I want to share with everybody. So put your thoughts down, comments down below as well too. Okay, so let's have a conversation. Positives.
Yeah. Let's talk about the positives first.
Okay.
I think honestly, Asante Samuel Jr. Was one of our bright spots in our defense yet again. He still was actually really good. He showed actually a lot more promise and still actually would do a really good job. I don't think that they got many passes completed on his direction. Right?
No, he looked amazing. Yeah, I mean, bottom line, and I'll say this: Thunder Alley was amazing. That's what I wanted to start with.
Oh, that's fine.
Thunder Alley was incredible, by the way, guys. I tell you what, everyone, hey, you go to a game, and I'll tell you right now, we were super polite to all of the Jags fans as well too. They got free tacos, they got free sandwiches, they got free whatever they wanted. It was awesome, man. It was really, really cool. So, I mean, bottom line, it was just amazing. So, you know, it was a lot of fun, and we had a great. So, a couple other things too. Sanjay Samuel looked good. Defense looked good as well, but our offense just put it in such a bad position the entire time. It was just terrible.
Yeah,
exactly. Right. Herbert fumbled on our own 20.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was absolutely a terrible time to fumble it right there. But wasn't it more like it was a pass, but then incompletion into a fumble?
No.
Situation?
No, that you're talking about Sony Michel.
Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
that was an interception.
Gotcha.
And then Herbert fumbled it. So again, it's one of these weird situations where we just put ourselves in bad situations. And if you watch what I said, how the Jags would win, and I broke down 10 specific things that would happen for us to lose this game. All 10 of those things happened. All 10. We just did not play well at all. And it was really interesting to sit around and just see the way that we did. Well, we gave them 2 immediate turnovers. They got 10 points up front, and then we were just playing from behind. And in the NFL, you don't want to play from behind because you got to do stupid things. We only rushed the ball, 12 times total?
12 times the entire game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
like you can't really win that way.
Yeah.
You know, because the truth is too is if our defense was on the freaking board more than our offense was.
Yep.
You look at the game clock, and it was about like 21 minutes for our time of possession, and theirs is obviously about almost 40.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's one of these situations where we just put ourselves in a bad spot to begin with, and we never work in general. It was definitely a tough loss right here. So let's see if we can show this.
It's trying to pull.
There we
go.
Oh, there we go. All right, guys, it's a little bit delayed here. No, it's one of those situations where we were. It was such a tough loss that it was just super frustrating. But let's go through some of the things here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Herbert's the bottom line. Yeah, I think he really kept pushing. Right, he kept pushing the entire game. Things were not, but he still kept pushing. And it was one of those situations where, man, it just did not work.
Yeah, exactly. And at the same time, too, is like looking at it's actually talking about how he didn't actually admit or did not admit that he did take the shot. We don't know. We don't know if he actually did take this shot in order to actually get out there and play and actually work through that pain. So it's kind of, I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Like, and that was, or he did not take it. What was affecting him in his play?
Yep. I don't know. I mean, it was a question for me because I don't know why he wouldn't even admit one way or the other that he did or did not get the shot. I thought it was really strange. But it is what it is. And hey, look, we lost, right? One of the things that I will say this, I was really impressed with the Jaguars offense, man. And one thing that I talked about in the preseason is that we need running back sets. And the Jags did it, and they executed it perfectly. Because the reason why I like the 2 running back sets, especially in football, usually there's a linebacker that's 5. And if you have 2 running backs, then they just split. One goes this way or they cross this way, and then the linebacker has to choose which way they go. And that literally got 5 to 10 yards of a play almost every single time they did the 2 running back set. When they threw to the running backs out of the backfield, it was just absolutely amazing. Mm-hmm. And so, and again, it just became one of these situations where we just were playing catch up the entire time. It just did not work. So,
yeah.
And you're exactly right, DZ.
Yep.
Injuries caught up. Yeah. Injuries were horrible. And so we can even talk about those injuries as well, too.
Not just injuries caught up to us, but they were stacking up on us.
Yeah.
Like left and right, how many players got knocked out of the game because of injuries?
Yeah.
That was one of the
things that I have a podcast that we've discussed that is our 3rd down target. He's been out for 2 games. And it's obviously caused a huge problem. Again, moving the sticks is a big part of our offense. And bottom line, we did not move the sticks at all well, right? Allen out, having Parham out was huge. It was just absolutely terrible. So, and then obviously Bosa got injured, and so did Slater as well, too. And also, Guyton got injured at the very end. So what do you guys think, right? Because if you see the final remarks of Herbert, boy, so he got all kinds of heat. What do you guys think? We should start through some of these chats as well, too, guys. Keep coming here. Man, it was one of those moments where you sat back and just saying to yourself, what is going on? One of the things that Herbert, it didn't seem like he was wearing any more ribs. We were at the game, so we didn't hear what the announcers were saying or really understanding what was really being communicated.
Mm-hmm.
But from where we were sitting, it did not look like he was wearing additional pads in his ribs. So what did you guys hear? Did they say they were wearing additional pads? Anything else? And moving forward on that as well. So,
yeah, well, he definitely didn't look like a state patrol man.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping,
boy. My laptop is
not right. But I wanted to sort of the whole the Phil Rivers ribcage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go. Golden Kings is Sean. We were discussing this. So after the game, we went and grabbed a little bit of food as soon as we were able to get out. We went back to the rally for a brief moment.
Yeah,
and grabbed a little bit of food. And look, Sean Payton wants to coach the conference after the game. Boy, people did not leave around, and I understand it's here.
Yeah.
Look, Sean said he wants it.
Yeah.
Boy, you guys are all saying it. Wow, guys.
Yeah.
Look, I understand. Okay, $100 million for stuff.
Yeah. Shoot. Yeah. it may as well, man. I mean, like, right now, like, we need some change. Like, maybe that's just what needs to happen right now. Like I mean, but that one thing, like, I'm not 100% so certain that we should actually make the change now. But if we lose to the Texans, 1,000%, that should be the plan moving forward here.
Yep.
Because I mean, obviously, we're in a really tough spot right now, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely lagging right now. So
oh my God.
we're like I said, this laptop is actually struggling, but we're
oh my God.
trying to make it.
No. Oh my God. I can't even type on your thing. Oh my God.
Anyway.
So yes. A couple other thoughts I wanted to throw out here as well too. It's interesting. So they did keep talking about how Justin Herbert was out there at, the score was at 38-10, and they still kept him out there, which is a little bit scary to even think about, losing our crown jewel like a Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Obviously, Brandon Staley was eviscerated on the press conference about this. And, bottom line, it's risky. And, like, what's the point of doing that?
Yeah.
And it was just one of those situations where, well, what's the point of taking that risk?
Mm-hmm.
I get the conversation of completing the game with your team, exactly what he wanted to do. And he said that's what Herbert wanted as well, too.
Mm-hmm.
But there is an inherent risk of this is the season for the Chargers if he gets hurt. If he gets hurt even further, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. And see if you can highlight that too right now.
Yep.
See, and that's the truth though too. Is like, I mean, obviously Twitter sphere, everyone wants blood right now.
Yes.
And
it's terrible right now.
Yeah. And like, I'm justified in thinking that right now.
Yep.
But I mean, like, it's like one of the things that we were trying to say too, though. Too, it's long season.
It's a long season.
We still have how many more games left? Freaking 14 games left, or 14 weeks left, right? 14 games left, and so we can still correct the ship. This is not the end of the world. Like I talked about, look, like the first month of football these days is like another preseason like situation because everyone's trying to get their head straight, get their rhythms right, like, and their timing's right. Let's just move forward, man. It's all good. Like we can still take the division. I mean, obviously the Raiders lost, the Chiefs lost,
and it looks like the Broncos going to actually.
Yeah,
we're actually watching the game right now at our sister's place, and they're looking horrible.
Yeah, they're looking awful.
But okay. So let me just summarize this for a second, right? We talked to so many people after the game.
Yeah.
Who is?
Denver right now?
Oh my God!
God, by 1 point.
Come on, Niners, let's go. Anyways, so the one thing I would say is this, guys. I understand the frustration because we have such a talented team, and see some of our favorite players get hurt. Bosa, Allen, he's fantastic. Rashawn Slater is absolutely. Corey Linsley, right? The game of attrition is ridiculous at this point, guys.
Yeah.
But just understand it's a long season. Now, I will say patience is a virtue, and it's very difficult in moments like this to not lose our cool because bottom line, guys, we expect a lot from this team. Think about the Spano family in general anyways, right? They have spent a ton of money on this team, and we're not executing. And that is a frustrating part. If you're a fan or just even the casual observer, you want to start seeing this team produce.
Yeah.
And it's like we did not produce in that game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, granted, our offense was horrible, and Justin Herbert wasn't himself.
Yeah.
So we talked to some folks at line right after the game, and they kept saying, why didn't they? I would have rather have lost with Daniel than lose with Herbert because it just goes to show you that we're just losing with Herbert in that situation. All you're doing is putting him at risk for the rest of the season.
Right.
You'd rather take forward with this game with Daniel and keeping everyone as healthy as possible moving forward and having more of a game type of play.
Right.
What are your guys' thoughts on that, right? Would you have rather seen Daniel? Of course, hindsight is always 20/20 at this point, right? But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So,
I mean, granted, everyone would have loved to see Daniel out there at the beginning of the game if Herbert got hurt even more.
Exactly correct.
Yeah.
Exactly correct.
And that's kind of like the whole point of like why play him when we were down so much already.
100%. 100%. You know, and look, the reporters were putting it on Brandon Staley. In fact, there was a really so James actually sent over a tweet that was there's some on the coaching staff at this point, guys. There's some definite.
Oh yeah.
And so it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that moving forward. And oh man, let's see if we can get this going. Here we go. All right, coaches can't execute their scheme. I agree. Look, I'll tell you right now, the Jags had a great scheme against us. Look, I love the 2 running back set. It makes the defense have to make a decision, right? Usually you'd go 2 linebackers at that point, and you'd have the ability to, they have to specifically split. It's huge. And so they did a lot of short plays, yards after the catch, and they just came out and executed. And, you know, it was kind of weird to me. We were talking about this. Maybe I was chatting with the person I was sitting next to at the game. What's his name? Ken?
Terry.
Okay, Terry. Yeah. And I kept saying, I was like, they're running the Clemson offense. That's literally what they're running. They're running what Lawrence ran in college. Yeah. And so I literally, the coaching staff said, hey, what do you want to run? I want to run what I ran in college. And that's easy. That's what I know.
Yeah.
Why are we doing anything different? And they made it very simple to execute. Guys, it's not very difficult execution of plays. They just executed as a team well. And that's one thing that I will say about football in general, right? A lot of talent on any given side of the ball, offense or defense, but if you're still not playing sound team, offense and defense, you'll lose. You'll lose. In basketball, you can win that way. Yeah. Right? You got Michael Jordan, you got Steph Curry or whatever, but at the end of the day, in football, it's completely different, guys. Right. It's completely different. And look,
absolutely. I mean, the NFL is such a team sport, you know, look at
it is.
And literally you have to have like good all levels of the field, or else things fall apart. It's like dominoes, you know.
I agree.
And also it hurts morale when stuff isn't going right well in one spot or the other, you know.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and guys, just so you know, again, just you joining the stream now, we have a number of folks in here that are kind of rolling in. We are at my sister's place. We're running this as remotely as possible. We got one camera, one mic.
Got flowers.
We got flowers
on both sides.
This is our. I don't even.
It's our family photo.
That's our family photo. We got my sister, my niece over here.
Yeah.
This is definitely an awkward situation, but hey, guys, we wanted to put some thoughts out here for you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go into this. So Lombardi. How many videos have I talked about Lombardi? The biggest problem is predictable. How many times did I predict every single play that we have? Every play. I called every damn time. I'm like, it's going to go to this guy. It's going to go to this. I'm like, come on. And I'm just a casual observer. But if I know where the ball go, I promise you the defense knows where the ball is going to go. And that's where I head up to the Jags guys. They did a great job of mixing things up. The formations were very similar. They did mix things up in a few different ways. They spread things out. But the ball went in all different directions. And so they did a very good job of being kind of the movement was very good, and you really couldn't predict where the ball was going. Now, I even made the comment to Kyle on the way home is that are we actually looking at the emergence of the new NFL offense moving forward, right? Lots of trickery, lots of movement, lots of ways of just sort of getting balls in. You know, I really felt like it was really interesting. So anyways, I thought they played a great offense. In fact, seeing that offense was exactly what I think Justin Herbert should run. It looked more similar to an Oregon-style offense to me than a normal NFL-type offense. It seemed very college-esque. And Ather, it's interesting. There's so guys to agree. I'm excited about all the controversy that's going to come from this game.
Yeah,
I know it sounds kind of weird to say. This kind of feels like a little bit of a what do you want to call it? Like a drama, like a Real Housewives, of Inglewood, of Los Angeles. Joking, guys, because think about this. Dude, this is Los Angeles. People love controversy, and this is going to be really interesting. You know, and you know this.
Yeah.
Kyle's in the movie industry.
Oh
right?
yeah,
That's what he does.
mm-hmm.
So it's one of those situations, right? So yeah, I think it's gonna be really interesting.
And at the same time too, like I mean, everyone loves a comeback story.
Yep, everyone does.
So I mean, yeah, we're down right now a little bit, but we can making stuff anyway, So I mean, like I said, like the guys, it's still super early in the season. We can't. We're not.
Pretty most of the time. Every time I think I'm like, oh, dude, I just want to kill him.
Yeah. And like he's out there running Madden plays and stuff like that, So like I mean, everyone knows those plays, that playbook is all for sure, dude.
Well, but it is interesting though. Like the fall from grace that Brandon Staley's getting right now
that's a huge thing.
is fantastic, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everyone loved him, myself included. I also still think it's a little too early to start, wanting to hang the guy or whatever. But at the end of the day, it is one of those situations where you look at him and say, okay, is he making the right decision? Locker room, think about his decisions forward. Are they liking it? Are they disliking it? And it's going.
What?
Oh, did Denver just score?
Oh, they blocked something.
Garoppolo got sacked.
Garoppolo got sacked.
Garoppolo just got sacked.
So anyways.
Minute 26 left and still up by 1.
They're up by 1. Okay, guys. So let's pray for the 49er gods to get a win here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is a great point. Man, this is running so slow. Sorry, guys. Staley got out coached by Peterson. Look, Peterson has won a Super Bowl, guys. Let's think about this for a second. He's already won a Super Bowl. And at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where he did a lot more to win. And I really think Staley kind of came into this game thinking, hey, we're just going to roll these guys. And that didn't happen. All right, so let's take Aether's question.
Mm-hmm.
All righty, here. Let's see.
What is it going to take for my coach to get the team back on track next week? Yeah. Ooh, that's a tough one. Thinking about what can Brandon Staley do to get the team back on track. I mean, I don't know. I think he needs to boost morale in some way because like morale is really, really low right now.
It seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of problems on the team because that need to be out there on the field are not out there. I would say, like Derwin James, get Derwin James like in there and to actually be that morale booster room guy that we all know him. The issue not really acts correctly. I feel like anything. Just make sure that they are prepared. We played them last year, and
They were too worried about Herbert and not prepping enough.
You know what? Kelly just over there. She said worried about Herbert's injury as opposed to actually preparing
to win this game. Yeah, that's a really good point, Kelly. Because honestly, like you could tell, how many times did he throw the ball away? I counted at least 5 or 6 times. He just threw the ball.
Yeah.
And you never see that from Justin Herbert. But I promise you, what happened was the coaching staff was like, "Hey, look, you're about to hit football taking hits. Look, it's the NFL, guys. It's part of what needs to happen." Again, I still feel like it was so strange to me that we didn't put more padding on Justin Herbert. I would have thought he had a bubble boy type of mentality. I mean, Phil Rivers had like this full, protector, and I was like, oh my god, that's so frustrating.
Suck.
Oh man,
Dang.
One freaking point.
so frustrating, guys. And again, it's one of these situations where, look, we just want to hop on for a few minutes and just sort of give you guys an opportunity for us to talk, and just let you know that we didn't want to leave you guys high and dry. James could not do it. He was out he had other plans evening, and we just wanted to hop on. And unfortunately, this has been a little bit of a wonky situation with this connection issues as well too. But look, I'm going to give some summations here, and just say this, guys. It's a long season. There's a lot of things that need to happen for teams to get together. I always say it takes 4 weeks for a team to really gel at all. And look, we've had a very close game with the Chiefs, a game we arguably should have won. The thing that I want to see, though, is us to become less predictable on offense, right? We have been horribly predictable on offense. And that in the NFL that way, you just cannot. You can't. That's where this goes, in my opinion. Now, you can argue defensively we're fine. Look, the Jags came out, they executed a better game. They got nobody on that team that you would really look at and say, wow, they got good players. They have no good players.
Yeah.
But they played team offense and team defense, and they beat us. So the argument to me is always that we're not playing team offense yet, and we're not playing team defense. What really matters is that we get hot in the playoffs.
Of course.
Granted that we make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But look, I think we will, right? We have the team to do it.
Yeah.
These injuries are stacking up, which is extremely frustrating. And, you know, again, Thomas, I don't know why we didn't put more in Herbert, man. I mean, wrap him up like a bubble joker, just a big bubble. And it's just so strange to me. I don't understand it.
Yep.
So
get him out there on some bubble wrap, you know, like just like, you know, like every single time you get sacked, he's crinkles from popping around.
Yeah, exactly. What are your thoughts there, Kyle?
Well, you know, I mean, like, I just want to say though too is like, I mean, like I keep pounding that thing. It's a long season. I know last year the Chiefs came out very flat with their first couple games, but then they actually came out on top of the after everything. So they figured it out late, and we can figure it out late, and we're just gonna get hot, hotter and hotter, because it's gonna be a big thing. And I would say, to add to your point too, I really feel like, you know, our biggest weakness right now is our run game.
Yep.
We have no run game. We only ran the damn ball 12 times the entire game.
100%.
I mean, yeah, we were a little bit we were behind the entire time, so we were trailing, so we needed to make something happen more with passing. But like when it started down, it was literally pass. There was no run option involved, and so all the defense needed to know what to do is just cover the pass. That was it. Like, it didn't matter because our run game was like nowhere to be seen.
It was non-existent. Yeah, and interesting too, I really didn't feel like we were bad at stopping the run in most cases, but they had these gash plays that just absolutely crushed us. That 4th and 1.
Yeah.
To me, that 4th and 1 was a backbreaker. And I remember I had this thought in my mind, and I was like, man, I did not want to think this to existence. I was like, what if they run it into the end zone? I literally had that thought. I was actually going to say that to you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I didn't. But at the end of the day, that's exactly what happened. I thought, man,
bad juju, bro.
Why can't I think that into existence for, you know, Herbert throwing a 100-yard touchdown pass? I mean, really, I literally thought this could go really. And the reason why I say that is, guess where they ran it to? They ran it to 3, a.k.a. the speed bump. They ran right over him, and he went right in. And guys, that's a completely designed play. You know, one of the things that I keep learning, and it's the more I think about this with football in general, it's space, angles, and matchups. Okay, space, angles, and matchups. And the Jags did a great job. And by the way, I know your boy here. There was someone started talking about these awesome players the Jaguars have. A Penn State family on Instagram, brother man, they have one good game. Talk to me about them being great players right now. Hey, they did okay. They're not all pros. We're talking about all pro players, both. So we're talking about players that have done it and actually made a difference. They played good team offense and good team defense. I will give you that. But they haven't proven anything. They've won 3 games. I know you're on your high horse right now. Good for you. 2 games. Oh yeah, 2 games. Yeah, they're 2-1.
2-1.
But my point is, great. They won a game. They made us look really bad. Good for you. We're gonna go lick our wounds and we'll figure things out. And they did shut the Colts out, which is good as well too. But the Colts, again, arguably were ranked the worst team in the league as of today.
Going into this week,
Yeah, and they beat the Chiefs. So we might even make an argument that the entire league in general is just all over the map.
Yeah.
Where's it going to go?
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Niners. The Niners should have beat Denver.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
It was a stupid 10-11 score. What the heck is that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just one of those situations, right, where it's a really weird situation. So, anyways, it's always interesting seeing this. And guys, I appreciate you for, bearing with us, but we just wanted to come out and say a few things. I know this is definitely not ideal. We kind of look like we're in some sort of weird boy band right now. I mean, what's up with this? What's up with this hat right now?
Yeah.
I mean, I got this hat there. I even thought, do I want to buy this hat because we lost so badly? But anyways, I still thought, you know what, I'm going to get a hat anyways and remember the day. But, it was amazing. And guys, we had such a great time at Thunder Rally. I'm telling you right now, Charger fans are absolutely incredible. I saw nobody throwing any shade or heat at anybody from the Jags. And that's the truth. Everyone was absolutely fantastic to all the visiting fans there. It was just amazing. People got free tacos, free sandwiches, whatever the hell they wanted for free. They just walk up and grab it.
Yeah, tips are always appreciated, of course, and donations and stuff like that,
But it's amazing. And guys, if you can go to a game, go to a game. It is absolutely amazing. And by the way, he does look like a Latino baker right now. Oh my gosh.
That's right.
Oh my gosh. And guys, look. Okay. Again, I know we've already wrapped up.
Yeah.
But it's a long season, guys. And I'll tell you, I'm excited. It's weird. I actually like controversy. Well, to some degree, I like controversy. Mm-hmm. But I'm really interested to see where this goes right now. I will say this. If we lose to the Texans next week, then yes, I think we got some real things to think about, right? Yep. We have some real things to think about. But I think at this point, look, it is what it is. There's going to be a lot of regrouping. It was really embarrassing seeing Storm Norton get out there and get burned twice.
My gosh.
Those two holding calls were just killed.
Yeah, and he was taking over for freaking Slater on the left tackle. Oh my gosh, I never want to see that again. Right
bicep tear might be out for the season. I mean, it's
so that brings up a thought before we actually go though. I mean, should we actually see Jamari Salyer at left tackle now?
They'll probably try him out.
Yeah,
I think they'll probably try him out.
They should give him some reps for this practice this week. Because I mean that was his position in college, and he was amazing at it. So this could be the opportunity that he needs to actually step up. He's not going to keep the position as left tackle by any means, Yeah.
And you're right. We need some payback with this. One other thought, and I know Kyle answered the question, and I did not answer the question. This is what do we need to do to actually right this ship? Yeah. We heard Kyle's response. I didn't throw my response out there. My response would be this. We need to get back to basics, guys, right? The one thing that I will say that the Jags do very well is they got back to basics. That's it. It was a very basic situation. They didn't do anything super flashy or fancy, but they did what? Guys, remember, going back to the saying right here, space, angles, and matchups. They won all three of those. And
the final frontier.
The final frontier. We need to get back to that, right? And again, we're too predictable on so many calls. I felt like every running play was exactly the same running play. It was like literally an RPO up the middle, or it was halfback dive halfback dive left. They knew that every time we were +2 on tight ends, it was a run play. It literally tipped off the defense every single time. So we got to get back to basics. We got to get back to being us. And Herbert's got to get back to being himself as well, too. And unfortunately, he's not himself, right? He's just not. And so you got to keep things pretty simple. It'll be really interesting to see how that plays out, And you're right. You're right, Thomas, right? We should take the Texans, right? That shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
But, dude, oh, my God, it was just punt. Thank God we at least have, J.K. Scott flipping the field.
Mm-hmm.
And, look, I think probably bring Bandy up because Guyton's probably out, right? Yeah. So Bandy will be called up next week. The one thing I will say about Bandy that I do like, especially with Keenan Allen being out, he could be another third down target for Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, again, I know I keep saying one last thought. I'm sorry. I feel terrible saying that.
Final thoughts?
But here's the problem. The problem is Keenan Allen was very good at third down. So was Parham. He was sort of the outlet. Parham's tall, throw the ball high, he'll go up and get it. Allen always found a soft spot in the zone. And Bandy is very good. I think Bandy could be a budget version of Keenan Allen. I mean, that's saying a lot because Keenan Allen's absolutely incredible. You can't replace him. But I think the game would be different if we had Keenan Allen out there. Unfortunately, we didn't, because Keenan Allen always moved the sticks. That's what he was very good at, right? So, guys, I don't know. It's going to be interesting. We're going to have a lot of content coming out this week, guys. Just so you know, we got a lot of thoughts to unravel.
and to chat, bring up things like throughout the whole week, for sure. Like just right now, we don't have a whole lot of thoughts to process and to kind of go forward and stuff like that too. But we're all gonna have our own little things to talk about.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of content come out with this week, guys. Right? But bottom line, guys, look, at the end of the day, the Chargers are still our team. We have a lot to process here and look at back on. But I think you're right. Like we've got to get back to basics. We got to start blocking correctly. Let me just one last thought. I hate saying this again. One last thought.
Wait, how many last thoughts is that? I think it's about 4 last thoughts.
Think about when the wheels started falling off the track. When did that happen? For me, it's when Corey Linsley went out. 100%.
Yeah.
We lost our all-pro center. Blocking on the line got horrible against the Chiefs. Then we lost Trey Pipkins on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
Storm Norton came in looking like a moron the entire time. Looked absolutely horrible on that side of the ball. And then now the left side of the ball because Rashawn Slater's out. And so it just goes to show you how important the center is. And I think Will Clapp is probably doing an okay job. But Herbert was running for his life for the most part in that entire game. I mean, luckily he's available to evade, but that's really when the season sort of took the wrong turn for us.
Yeah.
And again, the center is the one that's putting the blocking scheme out there for the run plays and also the pass plays. And Will Clapp is fine. He can probably stop some bodies, but he's not doing that well on the line.
Yeah.
I think that's the big part of it. And again, Brandon Staley's consistently always said, we are an offensive line team. We're going to win on the line.
In those trenches.
In the trenches. And we're not winning those right now. We're just not. So, it is what it is. So, any other last thoughts there? I'm going to stop talking here pretty soon. I keep saying one last thought.
I guess my opinion would be is that, if our offensive line is so bad as it is right now, that's another reason why to sit Justin Herbert at least a week or so.
Yeah.
Just to at least give him a little bit more time to heal, because obviously if our left tackle is down and our right tackle is struggling and our center is in trouble, he ain't gonna have protection.
Yeah.
Not even bubble wrap's gonna protect him there.
And the interesting thing about the whole Herbert conversation is that giving him some more padding. Did he take the shot? Gosh, that's such an interesting conversation. It's such a controversial situation, right? And you just got to wonder how that's going to play out moving forward, right? And so I'm going to be really curious. And again, you're exactly right. Keep your heads up, guys. Look, it's a long season. Do not panic at this point. We got a great team, right? And with Justin Herbert, we're always going to be in it. But at the end of the day, we need to right tip here, guys. This needs to get better. I feel like we've become extremely predictable. And I think on the defensive side of the ball, we've been better. But on the offensive side of the ball, we've been horribly predictable. And that just doesn't win games. So, all right, guys. So we are going to throw some more content out there. Stay positive. It's a long season. We're here for you. We're going to continue talking. And, guys, it was so much fun being at Thunder Rally. Guys, I'm not joking. I cannot stress enough to you. Go to a game. Go to Thunder Rally. Everyone is so welcoming. Free tacos, free sandwiches. Everyone's just awesome to you. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So, as always, guys, we're here for you. Bolts up, don't punt. We'll see you guys in the next one.